I don't know what that means as far as emotions are concerned. I hope it doesn't mean a darn thing, you know? Like I say, I didn't make football my God. You know, it's like now, it's not like, well, I'm through, I'm going to go cut my wrist. No, it's too many big things in life for that. You know, that's not the number one priority in life.
I mean, what haven't you done that you've been put off by your career that you'd really like to do?
Well, what haven't I done in coaching?
Just in your lifetime, maybe something that you and Ann or you haven't done yourself that you've always wanted to do, but you just couldn't because you're too busy with your...
Well, naturally, you haven't spent enough time with her, you know, because you've been recruiting, you've been on the road, you've been going to games, you hadn't had a Christmas in 28 years where you didn't have a bowl game to be concerned about. And so now I will not have to be concerned anymore about that, you know.
Any particular travel or those types of things that you haven't done you want to do?
I'll just have to, yeah, that's what I'd like to do, you know, but I got to see what's out there for me right now. It's going to take a while to get you know, all of a sudden I don't have a secretary bringing my mail to me, you know, and I just got to come to my house. I got to open the door with things, you know, and work there and get organized. Then when I get organized where things are coming in like they should, then Ann and I will probably leave town and let the next coach have it and be pulling for him. And I'll always pull for Florida State. I'll always pull for Florida State.
Some people have said, like, you know, if you could have gone out on top after 99 or 2000. But I mean, if you had, then you would always wondered how much more you could have.
Sure,
you know.
yeah. You know, a lot of people would say, "Oh, it's a shame he couldn't have gone out when he was on top." What, in 56 years, what difference that made? You know, what difference that made? I had some great enjoyable years after that. Yeah. You know, even though we didn't win as many games, I didn't think we were a lucky team this year. I didn't think we were a lucky team. There's too many games that came down the wire that because of this or because of that we didn't make it. You know, and so I hope that they can get that all straightened out next year and get back on winning enough games. You know.
When you got here, is this what the practice field looked like? What was the practice field when you got here?
Well, we had a tunnel right here. You know, we had to come out. There was a highway going right across there. Pensacola Avenue went right across there, and we had to go under the road to get on the practice field. And then I'm trying to think. Of course, this house has been added since I've come. Now that tall tower was here back when I was an assistant coach, back in '66. I keep waiting for it. I won't lean on it. But then the other one they fixed up for me there. I don't think, what's it been, 10 years or something like that? That's really been nice though, because you get up there, you can see everything.
Right.
You see everything. You know?
That's supposed to be lightning proof, isn't it, Coach?
Huh?
Isn't that lightning proof? The new one?
Lord, I hope so.
Only when he's in it.
But you know, one of the big changes is of course the highway up yonder wasn't there. Those were pine trees. Pine trees across on the other side where that wall is. There's all pine trees across there. And there's some pine trees across that end down there. And then of course these trees that separate the field right there. I doubt if there's one of those that was here. All those have been planted since I've been here. That one was probably just a small one. You know, I know these pine trees, these trees, big old oak trees over here. I remember them when I was an assistant coach, because one time Coach Peterson was the head coach, and somebody climbed up that tree and was watching us practice, and Pete ran over there and accused him of being from Georgia. Let me see your driver's license. Let me see your driver's license. one of those big oak trees there. So they were there, but they were probably much smaller. That much the topography of the fields hadn't still 3 levels. You know, it's very much. They have been lengthened some. They've been lengthened some because from that big tree out to the left there, that was probably a fence across there, and it was expanded that much.
You think Jimbo mentioned, you know, he's kind of torn. He wants to still work with quarterbacks, but he's not sure. And how do you think he's going to handle?
I hope he does. He could do. I've mentioned this to him. Do what I did when I was back when I first started. Well, say after I'd been here 8 or 9 years, I hired Mark Rick. He was a GA, to work with the quarterbacks, and I still coached them. But there'd be times I couldn't be with them, so I tell him to take them. You know what? Now I hope he'll stay with calling. He's got a great knack for calling plays. He has got it. A lot of people don't have that knack. He's got a knack for calling plays, and he's got a great mind for offensive football. You know what? So I hope he's able to still coach that quarterback and call plays. And if he's like me and Steve Spurrier and a lot of the older guys, he'll probably do it as long as he can. Then eventually have to turn it over to somebody.
You don't see him going up in the tower at practice though anytime soon?
I don't know what his. No, I think he's more of a hands-on. He's probably more of a hand, especially if he's going to coach a quarterback.
It's a weird question, but is this the same golf cart you've had for a while riding out here back and forth?
I think so. I don't know how long I've had this golf cart. Probably 8 years, something like that. Now, if this is the same one, I don't know. I used to have one that had a window right there. And I don't know if it was this one put on there and taken away or not, but that was probably another car.
That was a fancy one. I think Booster bought you. I think it was a fancy one. Booster got
you.
Yeah,
we had a fancy one there one time.
When I first started, didn't have the same kick on it.
It wasn't comfortable. You had to sit correct in it like this. I like to slouch. You got to hope the kids be careful going home. Back in 1966, when I was at West Virginia, our boys took off for Christmas, and one of them got killed over in Baltimore, Maryland, on the big turnpike that goes around D.C. And I always remind the kids about that. Be careful going home.
Hey, have a good Christmas.
Do you ever really stop and think and reflect just on all the great teams and players that have come together, right in this spot, and just the college football history that's involved in that?
Well, occasionally I think of that, but not a lot.
Maybe further on
There's
down the
always
road.
another day. There's always another day. I don't look back a lot. Now, probably when I get retired, I'll probably start looking back. Have a good Christmas.
If it wasn't for us, would you even thought twice about this being your last practice here? Would it have occurred to you?
Oh yeah, it occurred to me, but there's nothing big about it. It's just another practice to me.
Well, we appreciate it, Coach.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys.